It's kind of like My Cousin Vinny. I want him.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So, yeah, look, let's get into it. Speaking of which, because, those details with the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, I want to talk about it. The Ministry of Magic. And look, to start, it is obvious now that we will experience 2 time periods from the Harry Potter universe in this world. The 1920s Paris and the 1990s British Ministry of Magic. When you enter the portal from Celestial Park into Wizarding World, you are transported to 1920s Paris, specifically to the hidden Wizarding World of Place Cachée from the Fantastic Beasts movies. The time period, of course, is a few years after World War I. So this is the 1920s. World War I just ended a few years back, and here we are. And for the first time, Universal has built full-scale buildings, and they say that the shortest building in the world is still taller than the tallest building in Diagon Alley. So you can imagine the scope of the size, which will envelop you and immerse you, as I don't think you'll be able to see any of the other worlds in Epic Universe as easily. You'll be in 1920s Paris.
I know. I really hope that they do the sight lines thing like Disney. I really hope they take that seriously, because Disney has stopped doing that as much, and it bums me out. Like, I hate being able to see web slingers from Cars Land. No, thank you.
I've yet to experience that, but I do plan to make it to Disneyland again, and that's just going to make me sad if I see that.
It's sad. It is. But I think that they have gotten away from, as we've said, they've gotten away from making sure that everything's a cohesive. I mean, look at Frontierland, for goodness sakes. I mean, that kind of thing, it's pack as much IP into the parks as possible, and those little itty bitty things don't matter no more.
Yeah, but hopefully they'll do it at Universal.
I agree. Like they went out of their way to make sure that we understood how tall those buildings were going to be. That was one of the things they kind of thumped their chest about a little bit.
Yep, you're absolutely right. And I just can imagine walking into that place and just like, I can't see a thing other than these buildings. I'm in Paris, there's no doubt. So the immersion that's going to be created by these structures, I'm totally looking forward to. I mean, the other worlds do a great job of that as well. You know, Diagon Alley does a great job, but I mean, you've got these big ass buildings I'm walking into. It's like, I have no choice but to be in it.
Yeah, you have to.
All right, so let's talk about the main ride that we talked about, that we mentioned back earlier this year. Harry Potter and the Battle at the Ministry is the official name of the world's big ride, which takes place in the 1990s British Ministry of Magic. And to get there from the 1920s, Wizarding Paris, we have to take what they are calling is the Metro Flu, which is a mode of transportation that utilizes the Flu Network fireplaces. As we enter the fireplace, a green fire engulfs us, much like you see in the movies, and we end up in the main atrium of 1990s British Ministry of Magic, which looks absolutely incredible. So let me just pause real quick. When I saw the footage and I saw some of these things, I was just like, I was hoping they developed this particular atrium because it looks always so awesome and grandiose in the movies, and I'm glad that they did that.
I will say that we have found in the story my only concern about this land. Everything looks amazing. The visuals, like I watched fly through video that they made and everything, like that all looks great. I'm so excited. I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, like probably more than the Disney properties, even like Star Wars and stuff. So I'm really excited about all that. But this like jump from the 1920s to the 1990s is so awful. I think, at least this is my opinion, right? But like, I really hoped that they were going to have some kind of like
explanation
or something. And there's nothing. They're just ignoring it. And I don't understand that. It seems like such a glaring problem and they're not addressing it in any way. It's just like, we didn't have another movie land that we felt like we could recreate. And so we did have this really awesome idea for a Ministry of Magic ride. So we're just going to do the Ministry of Magic and hope you don't notice that you started in Fantastic Beasts and now you're in a completely different movie in a completely different time in a completely different place. Like the Flu Network makes sense with the locations, but it doesn't jump time. Like I don't know. I'm bummed about that.
Yeah. Why the need to go to early 1900 Paris? Like why not do modern day?
Because it's Fantastic Beasts.
Well, right. But I mean, maybe what is it? Place Cachée. Maybe it hasn't changed all that much. I mean, do we?
I know.
I mean, as far as I know, Newt Scamander or what? I haven't heard anything about him making any appearances. Why the need for the two separate time periods?
I don't know if he is going to be in the circus show or if he's just referenced in the circus show, but like his name comes up in the circus show.
What I heard is like the main guy like stole his briefcase or suitcase, or whatever it called. I haven't seen the movies. I tried watching the first one.
Mm-hmm.
I really just could not make it through it, and I always
they're a
meant
little tough. They're a little tough.
Yeah.
Oh, you had fantastic sleep.
I meant to go back.
I liked him.
Yeah, I meant to go back to him and maybe give it a fair shot because maybe it was just a bad day. I don't know. But yeah, I don't understand why the need to go ahead and have the two separate time periods unless Newt Scamander is a part of the land. I mean,
I would agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, in modern day, it's not like Place Cachet just went to hell after the war or whatever.
Yeah, I'm sure it still exists for sure.
Sure.
Yeah, they could have done it. And I'll
modernized it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll address the Newt Scamander thing a little bit later. But no,
Okay.
I figure we talk about the time traveling thing because I give it a fair shake. I did research to see if there's any suggestion of like time travel within the Flu Network. And to Rachel's point, no, it's just merely distances. And not even the time turner has the ability to go back that far or that far ahead. And I'm like, man, this is a big. I mean, here's the thing. It's like Universal did such a good job with everything else, but this thing is such a glaring. It just stares you in the face. It's like there's a weird inconsistency here that doesn't make sense at all.
So if there's some kind of a pre-show where they say that Dumbledore has enchanted this Flu Network so that way it could take it ahead in time, that would be fine?
I think it's a Band-Aid.
I agree.
Yeah, I don't know if I would love that either. I don't know what they could do. I guess I'm just.
Is that better than not addressing it at all, though?
I guess.
No.
I don't know.
No,
Maybe not.
It's not.
You know what I'd rather it? I'd rather if I walk through the portal of the land, if it were actually going through a pensieve and through Dumbledore's thoughts, taking us back to 1920s France. I could live with that better than like, Dumbledore's.
And then you like come out of it when you go to the Flu
Yeah,
Network.
you come out of it when you go to the Flu
get
Network.
that.
Yeah.
That sounds, I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that idea. Someone at Universal, put that in.
Do it.
Please.
And just give us tickets.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah,
No,
really.
we
We'll
want
just take tickets, please. Thank
We'll
you.
just take
Preview.
tickets. Yeah.
I mean,
Ticket.
to address what you said, yeah, it doesn't help Universal to address it because then it would open up another can of story continuity worms. So they're just better off just be like, don't you like what we made for you?
Isn't it pretty?
Hey. It's like